Self-appreciation. What is it and how we can use it? 1. Offering ourselves happiness. What is happiness? That's something for another time. Offering ourselves happiness for being ourselves, for doing what we do, for doing what we do for others. Plain and simple. Offering ourselves happiness without labels or judgments. Happiness is a label. Sadness is a label. And that in and of itself is a judgment. See, we're surrounded by things that we've accepted to be true. What things are called and what not. Labels or judgments. And what other people think. And we've accepted them. And we wonder, why isn't this turning out this way, or this experience going this way? Expectations. Self-appreciation. Being useful. Yes, being useful. Like using our skills that we've accumulated through the years, not only for ourselves, but someone else, right? Moving our bodies. This has been my experience. Maybe you could relate. But you ever notice if you are an athlete and you run around a lot and you take any amount of time off, whether it's a day or a week, and in some cases, people with injuries, a month, 2 months, a year, how funny you feel coming back, whether it's lethargic or not at the top of your game in comparison, no comparisons, to where you were before, that something might feel a little bit off and different because you weren't using your body in the same way. So be useful and use your body. It's meant to be used. But also, and at the same time, listen to your body, because you get to use it in the way that it tells you to use it. And it is you in all capacities. It's just like you buy a piece of clothing. It's meant to be worn. It's meant to be shown off. I can think of so many times where I've saved something. Either whether I got it or someone else got it for me or was gifted or something. And I saved it because not that I didn't want to use it, but I wanted it to be in the best shape ever. But it's meant to be used. It's meant to be used and projected and do what it was created for. Not sit in a drawer or a closet unused by you or seen by the world, right? It loses its luster. It loses its value. It's not... I can't think of the word. It's not doing its job and being used and created for what it was meant to be. I don't know. I think I just confused myself. And then it wears away, or you forget about it altogether, right? So many things. And so many things we could clear up and declutter if it's not being of use. Like, speaking of clothing, if you go to your closet and you come across clothing Stuff you wear every day, stuff you don't. Do you have feelings about what you've gotten? What's in your closet? What's in your drawers? How much space you can create by donating, throwing away all those pieces that don't give you any energy, and by releasing them or giving them away or giving them to someone else, you would be also appreciative of it. Create space, not only for more clothes for you, but space in all areas of your life. It doesn't need to be a direct correlation. I remember my thought. Get a piece of clothing, you don't show it off, you don't wear it, you don't use it, you outgrow it, etc. I've had that. I've also, I don't know if any of you remember Umbros. And then no, I did not play soccer. But I had a pair of shorts in junior high, a la 1993, that I wore. I never could find another pair. And I loved them. And I wore them. And I wore them. And I wore them. They did finally meet the dumpster 1 year ago. 1 year ago. So I've had these shorts, wearing them over and making very good use of these things for 30 years. Yes, they're pretty much broken down. No holes in them, but pretty much broken down by the time I laid them to rest. Funny thing, huh? Oops. Oops, oops. No oops, I'll just keep that off. I don't care. Funny thing. So, we gain that awareness. It's pretty useful. Self-appreciation. Offer yourself happiness. Be of service. Use your skills. Make people laugh if that's your thing. Be the healer that you are if that's your thing. Be useful. Picking up trash off the side of the road. Picking up bottles off the side of the road, whether or not you recycle them. You're being of service. And do it without expectation of getting anything in return. Just do it to do it. I don't know. I can't count the number of times that I just do. Yes, later I have thoughts where, was I useful today? Yes, no, maybe. And I find something in any last moment, if I don't recall in a certain day, that I get to be useful in some way. I don't expect anything. I never have. And if you happen to get something back, it may not be directly related. It might be in some other way. Like I mentioned earlier about clearing up space and decluttering. Is that you throw out 3 blouses, you may not get clothing in return. You may have someone pay for your coffee in front of you. I don't know how that works. I'm not a coffee drinker, but what have you, many of you are. So there you go. No judges, no labels, expectations, no comparisons. Being you, being of service, being useful. And no, every time you do that for someone out there, you're doing it for yourself. How often, when you're useful and moving around and jumping around, how do you feel when you're doing those things? Are you doing them, again, expecting something in return, which kind of feels like a drag to me? Or do you lose yourselves in the moment? Because and time collapses, it stands still. Because you're not thinking about time. You're not thinking about going through the motions. You're doing it to do it. Self-appreciation at its finest, you're doing it to do it because you were meant to do it. And nothing else matters. So, what can be done today, in this moment, to appreciate yourself? You have the answer in you already. And that first thought, no matter how illogical it is, that's what you get to do. Take 2. A little after the fact note, one point that I forgot to share, besides offering yourself happiness, being useful, no labels or judgments, is sharing yourself. Sharing yourself. What you love, what you're experiencing, the moments to moments, the laughs, the cries, the non-words, the all words, all of it. Because as you're speaking, you're hearing yourself. You're experiencing yourself in those exact moments that you're sharing with the outer world, the outer limits. There are no limits. So, self-appreciation, share your self-appreciation.